Hi, Gemini. It's Rose from Psychic Readings with Rose, here to bring you your timeless reading for the month of June 2024. Whenever you hear these messages, will be the right time for you to receive these messages. Okay, I am recording this on the 30th of May, 2024. But like I said, time is fluid, and you may hear this either before actually the new moon in Gemini is on June 6th or after. I want to say happy birthday to my beautiful Geminis. If you already had a birthday, because we just started Gemini season, happy belated. If your birthday is coming up this month of June, happy birthday. Okay, and happy new moon in your sign. It's all about you and new beginnings. It's beautiful. Cross watchers, how are you? You are very welcome here. You can find out a lot of information on your person. If your person is a Gemini sun, moon, rising, Venus, stellium, and you know that, or if they're just a Gemini sun, you don't know their other placements, this is still, you're welcome here. You're going to find out information on your person. Okay, so I had to start this reading a few times because I was getting like, I prayed over your cards, God and Goddess of the Most High, my beautiful deity that I work with on a daily basis, all the souls beyond the veil that walk with me, and my guardian angel, my ancestors, and my spiritual team. I'm going to get messages from them coming through in this reading, and I just want you to take what resonates with you and leave the rest to somebody else. Cross watchers, you can find some really good info here if you listen with discernment. So let's get right into your reading. Yeah, I did have to start this reading and stop it a few times because the energy was really weird. So I feel like Geminis and cross watchers. I know I have Venus and Gemini, so I do listen to Gemini readings sometimes. Um, but I haven't listened to any Gemini readings yet. I just got information about the moon in Gemini coming on June 6th, the new moon. Because I feel like it's very important to know when a full moon or new moon is in your sign, okay, and where it's going to affect you in your natal chart. If you don't know your natal chart, just Google free natal chart calculator, and you can find out a lot of information about yourself. We are more than our sun signs, okay? We are much more than our sun signs. We are our risings, our moons, our Venus. If we have three or more placements of Gemini in our chart, that's for us. Cross watchers, if you know your person's natal chart, or if you just know their sun sign, that's fine. You're going to find info here. Okay, so let's start your reading with the recent past. I have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. So this is a great way to start out the reading from the recent past. The Queen of Pentacles is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn female. This can be you, Gemini, if you have strong earth placements in your chart. Or it could be a significant other or a friend or family member, gender fluid here and relationship fluid here. Okay, it can be a business partner. The Queen of Pentacles is very practical. Okay, and she's coming up very positive. She's very creative. She's really good with finances. She's really good with making things happen for herself. She's independent, and she is, just salt of the earth. She's very grounded. She gives great advice. She works very hard, and she's very generous. Okay, so if this is you, that's great. If cross watcher, if this is you, you're coming up very positive in Gemini's life in the recent past. Let's see how it is right now. Okay, in the current situation. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So, Gemini, I feel many of you are not happy with your current living situation, or maybe that something that occurred or is occurring now. Obviously, it's occurring right now because it's in the current energy. Something that's happening now, an event, like I said, your living situation where you live, you're not happy with it. Cross watcher, you're not happy with it. Okay, you're not being too hard on yourself, Gemini, if you have strong Earth placements, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or cross watcher. But this is more of a fiery energy, the Four of Wands. And it speaks, Four of Wands in the upright position, I absolutely love. It speaks of like an engagement party, a get together with family and friends, a birthday party, a wedding, like I said, an engagement. a bridal shower, a baby shower, or it could be something entirely different, like graduation. Okay. It could also be, a new place to live. Okay. But it's when it's in the reversed, it's either postponed, or you're not happy to go, or you're not happy with where you're living. And I feel like many of you Geminis are considering relocating, and you just you don't know where, but you're just not happy with where you are. Now, if you're in a relationship, Gemini, and you have strong earth placements, or this is just your energy that I'm picking up on Crosswatcher, you have the means to get out of where you are. Okay, now maybe, if you're renting, get to break the lease or something like that. I wouldn't recommend that. But maybe you have somebody that you're sharing your place with. Maybe this is like a business, business partner or something, and you're not comfortable. Um, because something got like out of hand. Like when I see fire in the reverse, I think of like conflict. Okay, but it's something that can't be worked out. So we'll see here. Ten of Swords in the future, Gemini. What's going on? Here we have this very, very powerful Queen of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy here. Very grounded and stable, and blessed with abundance and prosperity. And here we have a living situation, or an event taking place in your life that you're not happy with. Okay. And then in the future, we have the Ten of Swords in the upright position, which speaks of, a lot of stress, a lot of betrayal, a lot of back pain for some of you, feeling completely depleted, stressed out, and it's in your sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So many of you, maybe what's coming, and that's why you're feeling this way, displaced in the Four of Wands energy here. Very different from the Queen of Pentacles energy, how it started in the beginning of the reading. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say. I just want to say, forewarned is forearmed. I like to say that a lot. And that's why we do these readings. Because, when we know what's ahead of us, because this speaks of uncertainty here. And then we have in the future what's ahead of us. And Geminis, many of you know, that this is going to create a lot of stress in your life. But I feel like, it's backstabbing, it's betrayal. It brings on remorse, it brings on regret, it brings on sadness, it brings on sorrow, it brings depletion. It drains your energy. And I told you I don't know, I'm not sure if I mentioned I had to do this reading a few times, and I kept getting the message of very bad energy and being drained by other people's energy. So if that's the situation, we can go right back to the Queen of Pentacles, who's very grounded and very protected in their energy. So I would suggest, doing some root chakra affirmations, to say the least. If not, get a full chakra clearing. You could do it yourself. You can Google it. You can go on YouTube and, research the 7 chakra system, and, or just do a root chakra affirmation, whatever you feel like you need to do, Gemini and Crosswatcher. Let's see what this card is. Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is kind of reminding me of Taurus's reading. So Crosswatch, if you're a Taurus, maybe you want to go check out my Taurus reading that I posted yesterday. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And it's right under the Four of Rods in reverse. So again, this is like something that was canceled, a relationship that has ended, an event canceled because the relationship has ended. Gemini and Crosswatcher, I'm going to repeat that. An event that has been canceled because a relationship has ended. Go listen to the Taurus reading, Crosswatchers, or Gemini, if you have Taurus moon or anywhere you have strong placements of Taurus in your chart. Okay? Because this looks like it's very connected to that. This female here. Now, feel free to swap out the genders, because if you have somebody in your life, okay, that is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but they're a male, then just swap out the gender because it's a general reading. And like I said, if you want to book a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box at psychicreadingswithrose@gmail.com, and I can get you in to do a personal one-on-one reading. Let's see. The Eight of Swords. Gemini, you're really feeling trapped and bound to this cancellation or this breakup. For many of you, this could be a female friend. Something happened. Maybe a trip was canceled or something. Maybe you knew that they were going to cancel on you, and you didn't know how to approach the situation, and now you're kind of like stuck, or you feel stuck. It's all like if you're in a mental prison. If you see this female here or this person here has their eyes closed, and they're and they're tied up, but they're not tied up so tightly where they can't get out of it. But then there's all these swords around them, but they can maneuver their way through the swords. So this is all just mental, like you're feeling in a mental prison. Gemini, maybe somebody is in prison. Maybe you know somebody who is under, whose back is against the wall legally. Maybe this was a legal contract that's now diminishing. But we don't have any major arcana cards yet. We do have cards that, of course, are. I never like to see the Ace of Cups in reverse, but it's not too terrible all the time. Okay. This could be actually a blessing in disguise, Gemini cross watcher. This could be a blessing in disguise. Let's say somebody backed out on an event, okay, whether it was your event or somebody else's. For many of you, it was your event. It was your maybe you were throwing a birthday party for yourself or somebody else, cross watcher. If you're cross watching for Gemini, you were, maybe somebody had having a milestone birthday this year. And the party is canceled due to something that had happened, a breakup of some type of relationship, friendship, relationship, family problem. It's starting to affect the home, and in the future, it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. For some of you, you're realizing that your person was never really truly in love with you. I am very sorry. Okay. For some of you, you're realizing that maybe you were never in love with this other person, but I don't feel that way, Gemini. Gemini, I feel like somebody did something to you to make you fall out of love, or out of, how do I say, not wanting to be around this other person. This could be a family member, like I said. This could be a long-term partnership. I don't feel that way though. Like I feel like it's just either a short-term relationship that seemed very solid when it started out. It seemed like too good to be true, and it just trickled out into nothing. And uh, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels are urging you to get out of it as soon as possible, because you have a lot of work to do on yourself. Maybe some of you are in denial right now. Maybe some of you are self-indulging, a little overindulging too much in, maybe somebody's drinking a little bit too much. Maybe somebody's partying a little bit too much. I don't know. Maybe somebody's eating a little bit too much, whatever it is, um, due to what's going on. Gemini, maybe some of you realize that your person has a problem, some type of minor addiction, but it's enough to cause problems in a relationship. Maybe there was miscommunication. Okay, cross watcher. Maybe you should, if you're the one who did this to Gemini, and there's no contact with this person, um, I feel like in the future, maybe you might want to try to contact this person to try to make them feel better. Even maybe you need to apologize to Gemini. Cross watcher, if you are concerned for Gemini and you see this happening to Gemini, but yet you really don't know how to approach Gemini because they're kind of like in a place where they really don't even want to even talk about it. because they can't see how they can get out of it. They're not in this Queen of Pentacles energy anymore. They're blinded by this. They're stuck. Um, I would reach out and try to see if you can help them out in this situation. The world. So Gemini, I want to make you feel better. Crosswatcher, I want to make you feel better. This is this situation is no longer meant for you. You are completing a cycle. Okay. And the 10 of swords here, 10 speaks of endings and new beginnings. So I know the ending is going to hurt. And I know there's going to be a lot of draining. You need to rest, and you're going to need to talk, and you're going to need to spend some time alone in solitude as much as you need to talk about it. Okay. Because you're air signs. Okay. So it's all about speaking, communicating. Okay. But with the world here in the upright position, this looks like something that is like dharma. And what I mean, like it was meant to happen for you to learn a valuable lesson, or for your cross watcher to learn a valuable lesson. Okay. Sometimes, losses bring us into a new way of thinking, a new way of living. It can I mean, I don't have the Tower card here yet, so it doesn't look like this is very abrupt and, disruptive, but it is disruptive on a mental, in a mental capacity, which can make you feel very physically drained. The matters of the heart are here, so it does look like betrayal. Okay. Gemini, maybe you cannot, trust this person anymore, but this Queen of Pentacles is here upright for a reason in the recent past. I'm going to pull some cards on it to see. Two of Cups in the reverse. Wow. So this definitely looks like an ending of something with somebody who you were able to trust and able to communicate with and able to cohabitate with, coexist with. But maybe they were carrying baggage, or maybe they had just broken up with somebody, and when they got involved with you, they weren't ready, and they realized that that you were their rebound. I mean, that can very well happen at any stage of life. We often think of rebounds when we're younger and we're dating, or in our 20s or 30s, but no, that it happens in your 70s, 80s, where um, it looks like it definitely looks like, that some could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here too. I'm getting water energy, where somebody broke up with someone, or somebody ended a friendship with someone, and they didn't get the closure they needed. Somebody felt like they were, you know, they had the means to go out on their own and do what they wanted to do. Um, and they did, but somehow, you know, this looks like somebody broke up with you, Gemini or Cross Watcher, and then the reason why they broke up with you is because they went back to their ex. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe more information on what we need to know about the Four of Wands, and what some of you are moving out and relocating, getting away. Some of you getting really far away, maybe moving across the world, maybe getting, a place or some, for the summer or something, to close out the cycle, completely far away from this person. You don't want to have any reminders or any uh, lurkers or people, knowing what you're doing. You just want to get away and heal. That's fine, Gemini. You can do that. Knight of Rods. So maybe some of you have, in your rising sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. If you're a female and you date men, you may meet a younger man, younger than you, who's very fiery and passionate, very handsome, good looking, um, to kind of take you away. It could be a friend too, okay? if you date men, maybe you're meeting another guy, and they're giving you some insight on, and maybe they're it's kind of like, I feel like the domino effect in a way, because I feel like you were broken up with because somebody was on the rebound from their ex, and they came in, pretty stable, and really thinking that they wanted to be with you, or you them, and they realized that they weren't in love with you because they didn't have love for you, or they weren't able to love you because they were still in love with somebody else, and they didn't realize until they were in the situation. So you got burned in the process, or crosswatcher, you got burned in the process, or crosswatcher, you did this to Gemini, or crosswatcher, you're concerned about Gemini. Maybe you're the fire sign, maybe you're an Aries, Leo, Sag, and you're trying to help the situation. Maybe Gemini is opening up to you, and you're younger, crosswatcher, you're younger than Gemini, but you have the best intentions. Gemini, you have support here. So I mean, this is definitely something that definitely was meant to happen in your life so you can move forward. And I know it's gonna get a little bit more difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, forewarned is forearmed. And when more stress is coming, because I feel like you're going to find out more information, you're going to get hit with some more stress. Like, reality is going to sink in. But then we have, a new beginning. And, that's amazing. So, and I don't really think that anyone really intentionally, meant to hurt you, Gemini or Crosswatcher. It's just that this person thought that they were ready for something that they weren't ready for. Okay, so let me just clarify again. The Ten of Swords. How can Gemini or Crosswatcher get through this time, get through the summer months, get through their birthday season without being too stressed or feeling too betrayed or too played or too embarrassed, too mortified? Maybe some of you guys are really mortified because you had all these high hopes for this relationship that started out so great and so stable and made you shifted your mindset, um, and made you feel good again. But that's okay. I mean, it happens. There's no reason to feel ashamed or embarrassed, or, but the betrayal I understand, but I kind of want to make you understand what this other person, I feel like, was unintentionally, you got hurt. Doesn't mean you can't be mad or angry or sad, or, you know, it just, it's just another way to look at it. It wasn't like intentional, which a lot of reasons I've been seeing, a lot of readings I've been, seeing and witnessing, with my clients and stuff like that, of people intentionally hurting people, purposely stringing people along just to hurt them. This is family. These are friends. These are lovers. These are coworkers. I'm not talking about this reading. I'm trying to make you feel better. Other people are getting played intentionally. I don't feel like this is happening here to you. I don't feel like somebody meant to hurt you. Okay. If this was a business partnership or a friendship, um, it could be that the friendship, ended because their person went back to their ex and you felt like their ex was not good for them. But however, they were not convinced that this was over. If this is a business partnership, maybe your business partner decided that they wanted to go back to their ex business partner. Okay. Or maybe it could be that the hours that you were willing to put in the Queen of Pentacles energy, the other business partner was not willing to put in the hours, and maybe their partner had a problem with it. Okay, so let me know. Okay, Gemini. Okay, Crosswatcher, let me know. Three of Cups. What a nice way to see how the detriment is going to kind of um, bring you into another arena. Okay, with the Three of Cups, it's three women getting together for coffee, tea, drinks, what have you, maybe something to eat, or maybe like a little celebration. Because we do have a celebration gone wrong, or plans canceled. With the Ace of Cups here and the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse speaks of canceled plans, canceled engagements. Watch the Taurus reading, please. But the Three of Cups is another get together, another celebration. So, many of you females that are watching here, it looks like you're making new friends, creating new alliances with people that you can trust. So, for the Geminis and the cross watchers who've been betrayed by a friend, guess what? You're hooking up with new energies, new people that seem to be like minded like you. They can be Cancers, they can be Scorpios, they can be Pisces, they can be psychic, they can be intuitive, and they can give you great advice. And it's just like a fun, feeling of like, like a girls' night out, or a girls' trip or something to get away. Because I definitely feel like something you are getting away to heal. So what happens is, some of you could be working with the divine, start to work with a divine feminine energy, and finding comfort in other, being around other women, other friendships, to kind of ease the pain. Maybe these other ladies have the same experiences. Maybe they're more spiritual. Like I said, maybe they're psychic, they're intuitive, right? With the water energy. Maybe you're going to be spending time out by the water, in a different location, because the world here is here. So I feel like it's a different location than where you were. Okay. For you men, maybe you're finding comfort in your girlfriends. If you date men, you're finding comfort being with your girlfriends and just hanging out with your girlfriends for the summer and healing that way. It can play out differently for all of you. This could be family. This could be your sisters. It could just be the triple goddess energy. You know, maiden, mother, crone, honoring each stage of a woman. Because I feel like this is the ending of a life cycle here, which means like the ending of the way of thinking, of who we're interacting with, starting a new job, starting a new career, starting a new family, uh, moving, relocating, and making new friends. So, like I said, it's going to play out differently, but you're going to be okay, Gemini. And it looks like your birthday, whatever plans you had are not going to happen, but you have better plans coming with new energies and new people, and you have support from this Knight of Wands. Let me check out the World here. Okay, the World card. Whoops. I'm not going to take that card flipped out. I'm going to shuffle a few times here. So Gemini, yeah, you're going to be just fine. I feel like this needed to happen to kind of like teach somebody a lesson. Maybe you're a cross watcher. I don't know. Could have been a Taurus that hurt you. Like I said, watch the Taurus reading for more info. Geminis and cross watchers. Give me more information about the World card here. Ooh, strength. Okay. So I love this. The strength card is a Leo card. And, Leo season starts around July 22nd. Maybe you have Leo moon, or maybe that's when you're taking a long vacation. You're taking the summer off. Maybe some of you are teachers and you take the summer off. Maybe some of you have your own business and you're deciding to take the summer months. You're gonna, decrease your hours because you want to go away, or you want to get out and go to a different place than where you usually go to hang out and retreat. But it speaks of mental clarity. Okay, strength, mental strength, not so much physical. I mean, definitely can be that you're exercising more, working out more to relieve the pain in your body, to relieve the pain in your mind, and you're getting mental clarity, and it's coming pretty quickly, because I said this is a Leo card, and Leo season starts at the end of July. Perfect time, for summer. Maybe some of you are getting a pet, like an emotional support pet to get through this time, and that's wonderful. And you're building a bond. You're meeting new people in that way. People who have dogs and cats, or I feel it's more of dogs. It can speak of, well, so dogs represent loyalty. So, whoever you're connecting with, it can be a Leo, okay? Whoever you're connecting with can be a very powerful Leo sign. It could happen in Leo season. And you're gaining that mental clarity and that physical strength as well at the same time. And boom, you are back to yourself again. You're better than ever. You're a different person. This situation has changed you or will be changing you. So I would definitely work with the new moon in your sign because it's all about you. It's in your first house. If you need to know what your first house is, you can Google first house astrology to get more insight, or listen to some astrologers on YouTube regarding how it's going to affect your sun sign and your rising sign, okay? Your moon sign, okay? Cross watchers, the same advice for cross watchers, because I do feel like this little tragic incident. I'm saying little because this looks like it sets the tone for greatness. Set this tragic, situation, this falling out of a friendship or a family member situation or a lover. I feel a lot of you, it's a relationship, a romantic relationship, was meant to happen. Okay, it was meant to happen, and you're being divinely guided into a whole new way of life. I mean, the world upright, the strength upright here, that these are major cards here. So this is life changing. This is changing your life forever. And I see this happening with a lot of people. A lot of people are, being rewarded by their spirit guides, by their ancestors, by our loved ones beyond the veil that have passed, um, going into the age of Aquarius, right? Being rewarded for, the heartache, the hardships that we went through. The world is waking up. We're waking up and we're realizing that there are so many people in this world, and there's so many different scenarios in this world, and there are so many snakes in the grass. But like I said, I feel like this person who hurt you, a Gemini or cross watcher, didn't intend on hurting you. Okay, I'm gonna just clarify. Yeah, they didn't see the Three of Swords is in the reverse. So yes, they definitely broke your heart. They betrayed you. But like I said, if this in the Three of Swords is in the reverse. So they didn't mean to. They didn't mean to. They thought they had feelings for you. They thought they were able to love. They thought they were over this other person. And I think they feel bad. I really do. I really do think they feel bad. That doesn't mean you have to forgive this person right away. But I would strongly suggest forgiving this person for yourself. Like, you don't have to call them and say, hey, listen, what happened was embarrassing and it was hurtful. And you really, you led me on and I really didn't think you were going to do this to me. You don't need to do that right away, because I feel like maybe your cross watcher is going to reach out to you and say, hey, I'm sorry it didn't work out. And I heard that you're doing well. I heard through the grapevine that you're doing well. And I just want to say I'm sorry. But you can do what you want with that, Gemini. You could do whatever you want with that information, Gemini. But I strongly feel, and what I'm getting from spirit is that this person didn't mean to hurt you. Okay, they really didn't. So it depends on where you are in your life. You might want to be like, hey, you know what? I do forgive you, and it's okay, and everything happens for a reason, and I'm in a much better, stronger place. And I wish you the best. And I think that's your best way to go, especially if it's a family member too. This is kind of refreshing. I want to say this is refreshing from the readings that I've been doing lately. This is refreshing because this you were hurt unintentionally. Um, and I know this person, really threw you for a loop, but you are going to trust again. You are going to love again. You are going to be whole again. You're going to be shining so much brighter through these summer months because of this, because you have support. So, some people don't have any support from friends and family, and they have to go through this alone. But I don't see this for you, Gemini. I don't see this here for you, cross watcher. Eight of Rods in the reverse. So no contact, no communication. So cross watchers, this message is for you. If the person that you unintentionally hurt and you want to know how they're going to be feeling in the future, um, I wouldn't reach out, especially if you're a Leo cross watcher. If you have any strong Leo placements in your chart and you're the one who, who went off with this water sign or this, it could be any sign really, but I'm getting water. This is your confirmation that your person will be okay. Also a message of saying, don't, if you want to move on, don't move on, contacting Gemini. Let Gemini enjoy their summer because they're going to be okay, crosswatcher. If you're concerned about Gemini, they're going to be okay. Right, so we have a lot of different messages here. So crosswatcher, if you unintentionally hurt Gemini, just know that they're going to be okay. You may not hear from them and they might not be ready to talk to you anytime soon, for the next few months, maybe even longer, because they're putting down roots with other people. And eventually they will forgive you, because Geminis are very forgiving and they like to talk things out. You will hear from them eventually, at some point, at some juncture in your life, but just let them go and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, and Gemini is going to be better than ever. For cross watchers who are concerned for Gemini and you didn't do this to them, they'll reach out to you, and they're going to be in a much better headspace. If you're this Knight of Rods energy or this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're a support system for them. Okay, so that's very promising. Yeah, Gemini, you're gonna find it. You're gonna get more clarity, Gemini, on why this happened to you, especially when the moon is new, the new moon in your sign. You're gonna get downloads, hits, or you're gonna hear, hits of what I mean by hits, downloads of information coming to you from the spirit realm, coming to you in a dream. You could be getting signs, throughout your day around the new moon on the 6th, right? And I just realized it's a June 6th, 6/6 portal. I usually don't work with the portals, but I feel like this portal is going to be very positive for you. This June 6th portal. I haven't even heard any information on it yet, so I'm not sure. But I feel like it's going to be positive for you. You're going to get the mental clarity. Things unseen and things unknown will be known, and it's going to free you up, because when you find out what you need to find out and all the pieces of the puzzle come together and you realize that your cross watcher or the sub person that you were involved with didn't mean to hurt you, you're going to feel much better, because right now you're in a very vulnerable stage, but you do have help. I want to say, this is a very, like, you're going to realize who your true friends are and who your true family is, and who is there for you, who is going to be going along with this on this new new life cycle with you. And yeah, I really don't see, I don't see a way out of this. I don't see a bad way out of this. I see, I do see stress, and I do see hurt, and I do see pain, and I do see betrayal. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but at the same time, I see so much support from friends and family on the earth plane, and then from beyond the veil. And that's how I want to end this reading. Okay, you're being divinely guided through this dark time. Okay, and what comes after this is so amazing, and a new mindset and new friendships and new love and new business partners, new places to see, new places to go, new places to discover, um, alliances that are going to last a long time. And you're not going to even by this time next year, you're not even going to remember the hurt and the pain, because you're going to be so happy. Many blessings to you, Gemini. Much love and light, and happy birthday again. Bye bye.